There really isn't too much to say about Slime, is there? Just some happy times, everyone coming together in the community, seeing what they've built up, trying to create a life for themselves, all for it to be completely torn down by a rampaging, visiting friend. But I believe there's still some more characters to see, interactions to be had, and hopefully Gobta being shown the appropriate response for some of his jokes. So, let's begin. And yet, she's wearing the slime mask. Well, Rimuru mask. A magical event. You can't go home now. It's out of their hands. They're trying to be so humble and gracious. But no, just, sometimes state your feelings. I do want to see what this looks like in the snow. But I guess we're now going to see a White Winter Wonderland in the Tempest Federation. And a copious amount of snow slimes. And also, the more I see of Gabiru, the more it's difficult to like him. We have to appreciate his showmanship, though. And like we saw in I think the end of the other episode where Rimuru was trying to replicate the hot breath appearing in the air. Are we going to see any more things that he's bringing back? Things that a normal slime wouldn't be able to do. Also, we've seen Rimuru create ice for like the snow cones and whatnot. Splat. Please do not do this at home. That is a lot of snow. But yeah, Rimuru should be able to have the abilities and skills to create his own snowfall. You may need to defrost him when they actually dig him out of the snow pile. Do you think he learned his lesson? And also, did they have to dig Gobta out? Yep, that makes sense. Is it surprising? A dumb kid. But if there is snowfall like this, kind of not really that rare in the forest, how does it affect the monster population if there wasn't this town for them to all reside in? You can use the door. Important announcement. Please be careful on the roads today. She's making a... How long has he been perched in the tree? Some of them actually getting to work, others just waking up. We can see how each of them start their days. And how exactly do those loudspeakers work? Even the great hero can't avoid shoveling snow. I mean, everyone should, do their part. You walked right into that one. They are going to work tenfold. There's not going to be a speck of snow left. Would you rather normal manual labour? Or true training and learning? Is it that scary? One of them really wants to get out and play, doesn't he? And they immediately start rolling around and having fun. God damn it. Scouting. They didn't get very far. That's a fairly well animated Robin, even if it was 3D. What a amazing craftsmanship in those snow figures. Now they're going to be destroyed. How could she dare? I mean, yeah, melting all the snow like this in one big blast is one way of doing it, but then you'll have all the water and freeze over into pure ice. And then you got Millim in a winter outfit. No, they actually did a lot of the road out of the village. Oh no. Now, with snowball fights, there's going to be a few people who are going to get involved now and go a little overboard. Who could have seen that coming? As long as there's nothing in the centre of those balls. Oh no. I think the spirit of the game was lost slightly. Ah. I mean, do we actually know anything really about the life cycles of the dryads throughout the seasons? It would have been cool if her design changed as it goes along, but how do we know who it was? Now, Gobster, what could you mean by that? At least I've got a little more firewood now. We don't have we don't have to worry about them running out of wood anytime soon. He has to learn his lesson. Keeping him out of trouble up there might be good for him. And how long did that take? I'm surprised that's the first one. For God. That's why she was like writing it, taking so long. And it would trap a bit of heat in this inside. We just need to carve a hole in the side of... Well, you gave her the idea. And it's not the first time that... I thought she was digging with her hands then. Well, they carved out the inside of Rimuru pretty quickly. Do they not have gloves and the like? Is that really a good use of the Grey Sage's help? I think he might be tempering their expectations a little too high for what to expect from that regular snow huts. See, one of the things about like snow and ice sculptures and the like, and winter in general, is that it is very ephemeral, and that is part of its beauty and why things look so great. Who would have thought that he'd be able to fulfill a dream like this in a fantasy world as a slime? A long trek in silence? Explains the slight vignette. Like a flashback of the orcs. It's too late. We did get told of that their like struggles of like famine and whatnot, which led him to down the route of becoming the orc disaster at the whims of the Gelmund. I mean, there's not much more they could have done. And yet they're having so much fun. He is such a good caretaker for them. And being one that has seen like horrors of what happens. I mean, do they have a set of like rules and regulations for using the baths? Don't play around, don't swim is probably up there. The secrets of hot springs will be a much desired commodity throughout the world. Right. Huh. Setting up a pipeline like that through shadow movement. What's Milliam doing? How far has he gone on his own accord? You cheeky bastard. It was impossible, wasn't it? I mean, maybe one day there'll be full piping for everyone, but gotta start somewhere. Gonna change the spelling of her name, but it's fine. Oh, what strange sights are you seeing? Does she know that she's being washed then? Did they have cows? Well, so sword training and long distance exercise and all that is fine, but snow shoveling. Does Rimuru make a good soap alternative? Are you slightly jealous, perhaps? Even though he's being pulled around at the whims of everyone else. See, that is, I guess, one thing about how the world has been in the last couple of years, or however long, is that you do get a lot of nights that are a little devoid of people. Granted, there hasn't been a lot of snow around here, though. Just tranquil. Until you remember Gobta's still in the tree. So, despite pretty much all of the town coming out to help each other out, and some of them taking a little break here and there, they didn't really manage to clear the main roadways. Even though Rimuru could have easily just eaten all the snow, put him into his spatial rucksack that is his stomach. I'm sure it would be useful at some point. And the more that we see of Soe in this, and his quirks, idiosyncrasies, setting up piping to his own house, the more we love that bastard. Well, at least I do. Have you been found again? Would a slime freeze if they were under snow for too long? Change the constituency of their body. Is Santa a being or monster or whatever in this world? If you're a good little goblin, they'll visit you at night and give you presents. And that's one thing that we don't really get into a lot of the time, is that, humans have a whole variety of mythologies and religions. What about goblins? Ogres? Slimes? Do they have any, public holidays that they abide by? But I'm also sure that those artisan dwarves are going to have a field day coming up with some Christmassy festive outfits. And if anything else that we've seen so far is to go by, I'm sure you're thinking the same thing I am. But also, as we learned in this, the one thing you do not want to do is go up against Rimuru in a snowball fight, because pester him too long and you will be buried under a barrage of ice lancers. It's all fun and games until someone gets skewered. And it's also good that Rimuru is, the shape that he is, so marketable and easy, because making a snow hut out of pretty much any other creature would be significantly more difficult. And despite how happy and upbeat the entire episode was about playing in the snow, having fun with your friends, smash cut to the orcs starving, falling, leaving their comrades behind. The winter is dangerous and we have to beware of that. Cold weather and snow has claimed far too many. But hopefully with time, the orcs can look past some of their hardships and settle down and enjoy some of the revelry. You know, if there's any fun to be left once Millimid's done with it. But now that I have been persuaded to want a nice roasted bit of food across an open flame in a self-built little hut, maybe out in the countryside somewhere. Who am I kidding? I'm not going out there. It does seem nice though. But whether you're playing out with friends, shoveling snow, or relaxing in a hot spring, I hope you have time to enjoy these videos, and if you did, let me know. Leaving a like and a comment really helps out the channel. So does subscribing, really. But if that isn't enough for you, consider using the links to also hop over onto my Discord. So it is an option. But for now, get some rest, wrap up warm and stay safe. I'll see you in the next one. My patrons have helped shovel the snow from the streets of my channel for a while now, and honestly, if I was going at it by myself, I would have frozen to death long ago. So I really need to send my appreciation to Sal, Electricant, Arthea, Noku, Raywin, Shiwan, Mecha, Matt, Stinsfire, Jennifer Rojas, Girly1234W, Kite, Saltytron, Cardboard, Dark Shadow 7899, Jim, Ace, Maldizio Lascano, and everyone else. And so, if it's snowing and you happen to pass by, please dig me out.